becoming the fire of life in the bodies of living creatures and mingling with the upward and downward breaths, I digest the four kinds of food. In this verse, God says that He resides steadily in the bodies of living creatures, becoming the fire of life, and that He mingles with the point in downward breaths, including the prana, apana, vyana, udana, and samanya, and digest the four kinds of food. God gives birth to all living creatures. He supports them on this earth. He grows and nourishes plants and herbs on this earth, and He also digests the food that these people take. Now think do you really have a right to say that this life of mine is mine? We have not taken birth, we are not living, and we are not digested. God is doing all this for us. What are the four kinds of food? The scriptures say that they are Pakshaya, Bhojya, Lahiya, and Joshya. Think about how much our thinkers and our rishis have thought about. There are four kinds of foods. The first kind of foods are Pakshaya, meaning foods we have to eat by chewing, such as chapatis, bread, etc. All of these are foods that we chew. Then Bhojya means food that we swallow straight away, such as milk, yogurt, etc. It is not necessary to chew these. Lahiya means food that we have to lick, such as spices and honey. We have to lick these. And the fourth is Joshya, which are foods that we have to suck. For example, when you get mango juice straight from the mango, where you have to suck it. If you break it into slices and eat it, then it becomes Pakshaya, as you will have to then chew it. And if you put it in a mixer and make juice out of it, then it becomes Bhojya, where you have to swallow it straight. And what a small child does is Lahiya, because it makes it. You can eat one type of food in these four kinds of ways. There can be no other ways to consume food apart from these four. God says that He digests these four kinds of food. At the time of taking food, just think that God is residing within you. When you feel hungry today, then this is an invitation from God and a call from God that, come and give this food to me. In this yajna that is constantly going on, God is calling you to give Him oblations. I do not need to say this in holy places, but when I feel that this is necessary in some places, then I say that if you understand this one verse, then if you are eating foods that you should not eat, and if you are drinking drinks that you should not drink, then this will immediately stop. When a person is giving oblations to a fire, then he sees that nothing bad is coming into it. If he has sesame seeds to offer to the fire, and some ants have crept into it, then he immediately cleans it, and only then does he give the oblations. Why is this? Because the ants should not go inside the fire. If a small and should not go inside the fire, then one regards as you are putting such a big animal inside the fire. Sorry, that does not make sense. This is because you are also giving an oblation there. God says that, becoming the life in the bodies of living creatures and mingling with the upward and downward breaths, He digests the four kinds of foods. When you eat food, then you are giving oblations to God. And from another perspective, for all of us, what I am eating, I'm not eating for my own enjoyment, but I'm giving it to the Supreme Soul. If I were to say it in Pujya Dongre Maharaj's words, then when I am eating in order to pamper the tongue, I'm doing a worship of my tongue, of my God. I'm giving these foods to God. And God says that He resides in the stomach as the fire of life. Does God only do this work sitting inside us? God says, no, I have many works. What does God do residing within us? The 15th verse explains this. This will be the 15th verse of the 15th chapter of the Gita.